Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Old Dog issues 1 through 6. This series is coming to the end of the first arc this week with the release of Old Dog issue number 6. So I wanted to do a big video to kind of catch up. So this is a kind of an advanced review for issue 6, as well as just an advanced review for issues 1 through 6, which you can read 1 through 5 now, and then issue 6 will come out this week. So let's take a look here. First of all, this is all pretty much done by Declan Shalvey. Art, coloring, the story. We do have letters by Cowles, and it is being edited by Heather Antos. This is an Image Comics book, which is amazing. And like I mentioned, this will cover issues 1 through 6, which you can see all 6 covers here. I'm very excited to talk about this series. I read the first issue a little while back. You can find the full review for that on the channel. And then when I saw that it was coming to a close of the first arc, I knew that it was my time to catch up. So here we are. Now, in this, let me give you a quick synopsis for the series as a whole. Jack Lynch, a once promising CIA operative on the eve of retirement, looking back at a failed career, he's tasked with one final mission that goes horribly wrong. He wakes up years later to a changed world with deeper changes within him when a shadow group offers Lynch a second chance of life, of adventure. He's paired with the last person he could ever imagine. This is a really interesting premise because you definitely are getting a lot of the usual spy tropes, like this, this disavowed agent that is very capable. Something happened to him, the organization, they can't be there for him anymore. But then it takes it, I feel like, a couple levels, especially as you get through each of these issues. Like more and more, it just kind of keeps building up in the mythology of this. Like after the incident, he's put into this new organization called the Black Circle, and that's kind of where the story takes place. And we move here. He's doing missions for them. He's assigned somebody to work with, who he starts figuring out, a little bit more about his own things that are happening to him. He's been changed in a way that it's very cool. Like, it was very interesting for me to figure out exactly what the changes were. And I think Declan Shalvey really shines here with the art, because the art is where all the clues are. You just have to really be looking for all the stuff, right? I think the story is not as straightforward as you would think, with a lot of time hopping around. But I think the team is very good at putting together like all the necessary data you need, right? There's here, let me pull up some pages so you can see what I'm talking about. These are from issue 6. As you can see, we have time, locations, like you would on a brief, on a spy document. We have the voice of the narrator, and we just have the incident kind of starting to happen here as we get into issue 6. Now by the time we get to this part, a lot has happened, whether it's an old mission that Lynch feels like he has to go back because it's important for him personally, whether it's Lynch meeting up with some of his old contacts to try to get information about this organization, and how he goes about that. But I want to say that I think issue 4, no, issue 5 is probably my favorite issue, because that's where this book takes things to a whole new level. It introduces some elements that are not usually in a spy thriller like this. It feels a little bit more sci-fi, which I really enjoyed. I didn't see that coming. I think the book has the themes and the feel of a sci-fi story from the beginning. As you kind of get into the big incident that happened to Lynch and this organization and the things that he can do now. But this is where they really, like, it's really kicked up a new level. And it was a really interesting twist that as I got to the end of issue 5, I was very surprised, and I didn't know how we were going to recover from that. But Shelby seems to have this story very well planned out, because issue 6 just makes sense. Everything that happens, and it leaves you, first of all, with a complete arc for sure. But also just with so much more information and questions that you want to keep reading this. So this story just kind of came out of nowhere for me. Like I've been a big fan of Declan Shalvey uh, for a long time now, but getting into this book, this creator-owned book, that he really just, I don't know, he's been putting a lot of like his work into it. It just feels like something completely different than any of the things that we've seen before, and I really like it. The art is gritty. The designs of the characters are like very specific to this spy genre, but also there's something off about the character designs, specifically Lynch too. Like there's so much going on that you don't fully realize until like everything kind of evolves in the page. So I don't want to get too deep into anything because I don't want to spoil anything, but just know that each issue, it's like a very specific mission that, but they're also part of these building blocks leading up to this, the conclusion of the first arc. So I really enjoy this first arc. I can't wait to see where this book goes because I feel like the end of the issue 6 left us at a place that really now anything can happen in this book. So yeah, I don't even know what we're gonna do next, but highly recommend this if you want something that's a little bit off the beaten path. That but it feels it. This has a lot of feeling of like familiar territory with the spy thriller stuff, and a character that's pretty badass. This is a great book for that. So yeah, highly recommend this one. If you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.